Hello everyone, welcome to another podcast episode. This is episode number 71. My name is Star, I am a Star Crochet and I make and sell crochet gifts for everyone. On this episode, I talk about things like what I have been up to, any works in progresses, finished objects, and that's about it. I don't have that much to show today, but I tend to say that a lot on these podcast episodes. So let's get started with what I've been up to. I was working on a work in progress, and I was playing Yarn Chicken, and because I was very low on the yarn of that color that I needed for the work in progress, and I kind of lost the game in Yarn Chicken. So I'll get there when I get to the works in progresses, and I'll let you guys know what project it is. But let's get into the finished objects. So I have a good number of finished objects. I don't even know how much. I was just like in machine mode whenever I would crochet all of the projects, and I would just it's like not a race of how much I get done every week, but it's more like a lot of crocheting helps me a lot. And so I tend to get a lot done when that happens, like a lot of finished objects when that happens. So let's start with the first one. This is a white bunny, and this is made with worsted weight yarn. And this is my original pattern, and here it is. And so this is made, with a worsted weight yarn, and I love this yarn when it comes to the bunny right here. And I used this pink yarn right here is from the Mainstays brand, which is Walmart brand. And that's what I have for the inside of the ears. It's also a worsted weight yarn. And then these eyes right here, they are safety eyes I purchased from Hobby Lobby. And then the nose and mouth right here is the black is from I Love This Yarn, worsted weight from Hobby Lobby. So that is number one. This project right here it's a big project that I completed. I went with some family to visit my uncle's mom, and so she gave me a gift of 2 skeins of this yarn that I used right here. It's called Cozy Occasion, and it's super bulky weight. So she got me 2 skeins to make this bunny, and I needed to purchase one more as I was working on it. And this is a big bunny right here, and so this is my original pattern of what I used to make this. This right here is the same thing as this, just super bulky weight yarn. And so it's very soft. It's like a typical chenille yarn for a lot of crocheters that make projects with this type of yarn. So I used the Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn on the black for the eyes and for the nose and mouth. And when it came to the safety eyes, like what are on here, I haven't purchased the safety eyes yet by the time I completed this bunny. So I didn't get the chance to try it on her face. And it's funny because I named her, and because she's like a special bunny, and I named her Natasha. So anyway, the inside of her ears, I used 2 strands of the worsted weight yarn of I Love This Yarn by Hobby Lobby. So you can see right here. And so when it comes to the market, I'm not sure how much I'm going to charge for her, but she's a big bunny, so I would charge, a higher than usual price, but not crazy amount like typical crocheters that use a lot of chenille yarn. They tend to overprice their stuff, and it's like you gotta be realistic when it comes to this stuff. You gotta be like in the customer's shoes. Like what I spend, like probably they would charge like $60 for this or something. So it's like, would I spend $60 on a handmade bunny that's large, or would I go to Walmart? They can always do that. But that's when it comes to like pricing all of my stuff, and that's finished object number 2, by the way. But when it comes to pricing all of my stuff, I try to make it as affordable as I can with room of income still because this is what I do. And so I just avoid overpricing because nobody wants that, you know. So anyway, this is another bunny that I made, and she is, or he, this bunny is made with worsted weight yarn, and the yarn is, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. The pink right here, it's the same Mainstays brand in the color pink that I got from Walmart. And funny thing about this yarn right here, the Mainstays yarn, as soon as I got here, I was waiting to purchase yarn from Hobby Lobby, and so I had to wait for it to go on sale, and that was the next week after I had arrived here. So I had to have yarn to hold me over, and that's when I purchased the pink yarn from Walmart with the Mainstays brand. And the best thing I love about yarn is it doesn't expire. There's no expiration date. So anyway, I used the safety eyes right here on her, and then I used, with the black yarn, I used the worsted weight. I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby, and here she is. And so I would charge this about $20 right here. So that is the third finished object. And the next finished object is yet another bunny. So I have used, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby on the skin, and also the nose and mouth right here, and then same thing with the ears. It is the Mainstays brand in the color pink from Walmart. And then I used safety eyes as well on her. And I'm sure if you've noticed the way that these ears, the way that I sewed them on were completely different. I had with this one right here, I intended to sew on the ears the way this one is right here, but I wasn't paying attention because I like to watch TV when I crochet, so I wasn't paying attention, and I made the ears inside out. But that's okay, it's a cute little twist, you know, and it's something that I feel would be like a cute little mishap or something, and it's like, oh. And I feel like the people will still buy this bunny right here with the ears, even though they're inside out. And so in the past markets, like when I used to live in North Carolina, I would sell bunnies with ears just like this, and they sold just fine. There was no issue with it. So I'm very happy about that. And it can give like a nice choice for the customers to look at, like, do I want this one or do I want this one, you know? And the next finished objects I have are the ducky. I completed the eyes on this ducky. I still feel like they have like a pill head or something. So anyway, here's the ducky. Here's another one. And I know I showed you guys all of these last time when I had no eyes on them, but they're finished objects now. They're no longer works in progresses. So I'll show you guys. Still keeping my rule of 3 of every color of the ducky, so that way I am well stocked when it comes to these guys. But that is all of the finished objects. Okay, now for the works in progresses, which is pretty much the final part of this podcast, but that's okay. I do the best I can, and I did not record a podcast yesterday because I had to do some errands, and so that took up the same amount of time, like the time that I usually record podcasts, it took up that time, and so I just didn't want to rush into making a video just so I can make a video for the correct day of the week that I usually do it. I'd rather give you guys a great quality video instead of not being in it all the way mentally or anything. So works in progresses, I have I have about 3 maybe works in progresses, but let's get started with the most complicated work in progress. So I want to show you guys, I purchased yet another pattern again on Etsy, and I will link down below what pattern it is where I found it on Etsy, so you guys could possibly make it too. Here is a tentacle, It is an octopus that I purchased. So here's 2. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then number 8. So I have all of the 8 tentacles completed, and then this is the part where it gets complicated. So I have an unstuffed head of an octopus, but I'll show you guys where I had to leave off at. So I was able to complete all of the rounds to make the full head before attaching the tentacles, okay? So I had to play yarn chicken. As you can see, it's a little bit messed up right here. It's because I had to work with this hand to work in the last stitches of this last row right here before attaching the tentacles. And so I ran out of yarn right here, and I need to get a whole nother skein of this because I need to make another round while attaching the legs. So here's what it looks like so far, unstuffed the head, and I like the way it looks. It's really cool, but I have to wait yet again until the yarn goes on sale on Hobby Lobby, because I have, when I showed you guys the last yarn haul that I had, and I'll link it in the description box below, the last yarn haul, I had one skein of like this color, one skein of all the other colors that I have planned to make an octopus. I have to buy another skein of each of the colors because one skein does not do it when it comes to the main color of this octopus. So I have to put that on hold, pause that project until I receive the yarn colors that I needed. And the final works in progress it's the continuation of the duckies. So I made 2 lime green duckies, and then I have this much yarn to work with left. The reason why I didn't make a third just yet of the body of the duckies, it is because I was eager to start the octopus, and I wanted to try it out and see how it would look and everything. And yeah, so I had to wait. I have to wait now with the octopus and then back to these duckies. So I have one more body of this lime green left, and then I plan on using this yarn for 3 more bodies of the duckies of this color. And then I have a whole list of all the colors that I've used for the ducks, and then I just need to I want to make as many colors as I can, so it's a nice variety to choose from. But that is the end of today's podcast. If you have made it this far in the video, please subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell so you're always notified of all the videos I make. Like this video if you liked this video. Check out my social medias such as TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and X. And also check out my Patreon if you would like to support my channel. It is $3.33 a month per person. And the link of that is also in the description box below. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time.